Okay, Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS. Okay, salutation, peace, and much blessings. Your hopeful elect fellow laborers. Okay, let's get down into this. Let's just examine some of this. Just a few scriptures here on this rape issue, on this snatching up women, young ladies, and things like that. Because there's been slander and there's been false accusations, and there's demons bearing false witness against Great Millstone for these scriptures concerning rape, and concerning dealing with a young virgin, a young woman. All right, just examine the scriptures here. Okay, Judges 21. This is what happened with Benjamin, almost being wiped off out of existence. But that's not according to scriptures. But they were down few in number, because of the war they had with Israel, with Judah. All right. So in order for the Yahweh Shai to bring them back, he gave them women to multiply, to bring back that nation. All right, to bring back the tribe, to increase his numbers. Put it that way, to increase his numbers back to favorable numbers. Okay, let me start up here. If you really want to go into what happened here. Okay, going up. Judges 21:9. For the people were numbered, and behold, they were none of the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead there. And the congregation sent thither 12,000 men of the valiantness. He commanded them, saying, Go and smite the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead with the edge of the sword, with the women and the children. And this is the thing that ye shall do. Ye shall utterly destroy every male and every woman that have lain by man. And they found among the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead 400 young virgins that had known no man by lying with any male virgins. But you see up here it says, go and smite the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead with the edge of the sword, with Slucky. Oh, okay. And this is the thing that ye shall do. Ye shall utterly destroy every male and every woman that hath lain by man. Man, something major is about to go down on these strong independent hoes here in America, man, in Babylon here. I just wanted to point that out. Because that's not all that's going to make it. That's in when we get delivered. Because it's going to be women with children as well. There's going to be also, let me say it this way, like prostitute whores, you might want to say, that's going to get delivered as well. A lot of women that was forced into that vile lifestyle, right? Either by being put on drugs or just literally being forced out there by. And I know accounts where I know a female whose mom who allowed her brothers to fondle on her daughter when she was young, because she was growing up and had curves. And this was before she was at the other age of the flower of her age. Some foul stuff that's going down here in Babylon, like I said. But let's continue on. It's neither here or there. All right. And they found among the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead 400 young virgins that had known no man by lying with any male, and they brought them unto the camp of Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan. And the whole congregation sent some to speak to the children of Benjamin that were in the rock Rimmon, and to call peaceably unto them. And Benjamin came again at that time, and they gave them wives which they had saved the lives of the women of Jabesh Gilead, and yet so they sufficed them not. And the people repented them for Benjamin, because that the Lord had made a breach in the tribes of Israel. He removed that protection from that breach. Then the elders of the congregation said, how shall we do for wives for them that remain, seeing the women are destroyed out of Benjamin? And they said, there must be an inheritance for them that be escaped of Benjamin, that a tribe be not destroyed out of Israel, albeit we may not give them wives of our daughters. You go, and like I said, you go into the beginning of it all, and you'll see that. I mean, it's no different than now. Israel has always been at war with each other. And this is what happened. This was a result of Israel being at war with each other. Judah, Israel, Jerusalem, just been at war with each other. You know. Howbeit we may not give them wives of our daughters, for the children of Israel have sworn, saying, cursed be he that giveth a wife to Benjamin. Then they said, behold, there is a feast of the Lord in Shiloh, yearly in a place which is on the north side of Bethel, on the east side of the highway that goeth up from Bethel to Shechem, and on the south of Lebanon. Therefore they commanded the children of Benjamin, saying, go and lie in wait in the vineyards, and see and behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance and dances, then come ye out of your vineyards, and catch ye every man his wife of the daughters of Shiloh, and go to the land of Benjamin. And catch. Does it sound like something that arranged marriages? Does it sound like they at the bar and you wait to hopefully catch eye contact with this woman, and you make your move, or she make her move on you? You know, does it sound anything like that? It said, and catch. And the Lord was with this. You know? And he might add that the Lord was with this. Catch. Tough. Seize. You see that? To clutch, hence to seize as a prisoner. I'll need IUIC to explain that one there. You know, ISUPK, I need them to explain that. To seize something, man. Isn't this amazing? The world's going back to this. I mean, add that. The world is going back to this. And they're going to get a heavy dose of this on the left-hand side before we even get to the kingdom. Because these women are going to receive their reward, just like these men is going to receive their reward. You know, take hold and suddenly and forcibly. Take hold of suddenly and forcibly. You see, there are enemies of these scriptures, man. There's enemies of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And he's going to expose these people, man. Remember, these things is on the internet. These haysayers, these reprobates. Their videos is on the internet. They don't get deleted. You know, accusing the brethren of Great Millstone of rape, and child molestation, and shit like that. Most High is going to deal with these people, man. This is the time we're living in now. You know. So it says, then to come out, and catch ye every man his wife, the daughter of Shiloh, and go to the land of Benjamin. So, like I said, before we even enter the kingdom of heaven, these women is going to experience a whole lot of this on the left hand side. Because when shit pop off, man, the wrath of the Lord is going to have no mercy, man. It's going to literally have no mercy. It says here, let's see if I can find this scripture here. I'm not sure why it's not coming up. Just one specific scripture I'm looking for. Let me see if it's in the Apocrypha here. This is interesting. This is interesting. Let me go to Isaiah. Isaiah 4. Instead. Okay. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. And what I mean by reproach, take away our reproach. Okay? Reproach, scorn, taunt, scorn upon enemy, reproach resting upon condition of shame and disgrace. A reproach. Okay? Rebuke, shame. See, so something major is going to go down. Let me do this here. That's all right. Let me get back to the scripture here. So I'm going to have to take some time off after the video and try and find what I was looking for. You know. All right, so we examine the word catch there. Okay, 21 and 22, and it shall be when their fathers or their brethren come unto us to complain, that we will say unto them, be favorable unto them for our sakes, because we reserve not to each man his wife in the war. For ye did not give unto them at this time, that ye should be guilty. And the children of Benjamin did so, and took them wives. There we go again, and took them. And even though the fathers and the sons didn't agree, and took to lift, bear up, carry, and take. I mean, do I need to continue on reading this, man? Is it even necessary? Okay. To take away, carry off. To be taken away, be carried off, be swept away. You see, there's no getting around this. There is no getting around this. And it says here, took them wives according to their number of them that danced, whom they caught. Oh, I mean, come on. The more you read it, the more it helps the cause, man. Well, how can they explain up out of this? Whom they caught. I mean, this Bible is not to be used for your emotions. You know, it's not to be used and taught using your emotions. You know, because that's pretty much what women does. You know, you got to be spiritual and use logic when dealing with these scriptures here. And we're going right back to this. You know, we're going right back to this. To tear away, seize again, plunder, tear off, pull off, rob, take away by force. And again, let me add, Benjamin is one of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. To tear away, rob, to seize and plunder, to be robbed, to be taken away. And hold on, let me add this again. That these weren't old hoes. These were not old hoes. All right. And they found among the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead 400 young virgins. Young virgins. Girl, damsel, female servant. Girl, damsel, little girl. I mean, they were of age, though. They were of age, flower of their age. They reached the flower of their age. They weren't pedophilias, pedophiles. You know, again, that's a fool that's being emotional and trying to please women and trying to say exactly what a woman wants to hear. You know, especially those that are enemies of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. I'm talking about of today's women that hear this word, man. You know, of young woman, marriageable young woman, concubine, prostitute, maid, and they weren't prostitutes. They were virgins, young. They were virgins. And sometimes you got to catch this blue letter as well. Maid, female attendant, female servant. Okay. I wish I could go into this and find out where. I see some of the brothers do it sometimes. They go into like it's like a part of this where it's discussed. Okay. So that's young, but it was a young what? Virgin. A young virgin. Okay. Feminative passive particle of an unused root, meaning to separate a virgin from her privacy, sometimes by continuation. A bride, also figuratively, a city or state made of virgin. A young virgin. So don't have a problem with Gus. Have a problem with the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's who they have a problem with, and believe me, they're gonna have their opportunity to defend their cause. You know, they got to give account to their words, man, like the scripture says. You know, and in their case, by thy words thou shalt be condemned. Okay, so here we go back to 23, and the children of Benjamin did so, and took them wives according to their number, and them that danced whom they caught. And they went and returned unto their inheritance, and repaired the cities, and dwelt in them. And the children of Israel departed thence at that time, every man to his tribe and to his family. And they went out from thence, every man to his inheritance. In those days there was no king of Israel in Israel. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes. You know? So they continued to go off. They continue to go off. So let's do this here. On the Genesis. And this is concerning Isaac and Rebekah. Rebekah is chosen. This is when she fed the water to Isaac and the camels. I don't need to read none of that. It's beautiful how she was humble. You know, wasn't loud and, you know, and defensive and rude. I feed you, get your own water. Have a girl to this day, man, that's you know, I always try to get with a brother. You know, there was a time I was at her house, right? You know, checking her out. You know, checking her out, measuring her up. And I asked her to get me a glass of water. You know, she said, get up and get your own water. Man, that look I gave her. And even to this day, she'll tell you that I don't know what was on my mind. I don't know what came across me. I don't know what made me say that. You know? But you know, that's that's definitely the warning, the alarm's going off. Red alert, red alert, red alert. Could you give me a glass of water, please? You get up and get your own water. The kitchen's right there. I mean, like, what? I couldn't believe what I heard. It hit me. Anyway. And it came to pass before he had done speaking that, behold, Rebekah came out. This is in the midst of his prayer, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, with her pitcher upon her shoulders. And the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin. We're going back to this. Our wives, our concubines, they're all going to be virgins, man. You know, a damsel was, and the damsel A girl, it says. Not woman, it says girl. And not child. Damsel, female servant, girl, damsel, little girl again. Of young woman, marriageable, young woman, concubine. I'm going to go with that prostitute madness again. Maid, female attendant, female servant. Now, I suppose in this case a damsel can be. Okay, there you go, a young woman. But no, see, it says here, feminine of age 5 to a girl from infancy to adolescence. And no, that's something those disc, the Saturn ring disc wearing Edomites, small hats. That's something they're into from the age of 3, and it's in their unholy book as well. Okay. Okay, damsel looked upon a virgin, neither had any man known her. And she went down to the well and filled her pitcher and came up. You know, and what's beautiful is a whole lot of, I said a whole lot, a few women that are actually believers, man, that they confess their sins and they know they've done wrong, you know, are going to get delivered. But there are those that no matter what, man, they didn't do no wrong. No matter what, they're no hoe or whore. You know, no matter what. Self-righteous women. Okay, and she went down to the well and filled her pitcher and came up. Okay, let's skip past some of this though. And it came to pass, as the camels had done drinking, one by one, she fed them all water to drink, one by one. That's a humble woman, man. Which is a very rare, very, very, very rare thing these days. Very rare. They go into acting mode these days. If a woman wants to get with you, man, she goes into acting mode. So she starts to pretend. Some of them are very good pretenders, I might add. And when she had done giving him drink, and she said, I will draw water for thy camels also, until they have done drinking. The man wondering at her with his peace, to wit whether the Lord had made his journey prosperous or not. And it came to pass, as the camels had done drinking, that the man took a golden earring of half a shekel weight, and 2 bracelets. That's some serious weight. A shekel, if I'm correct, was like almost an ounce. And 2 bracelets for her hands of 10 shekels weight of gold. And said, Whose daughter art thou? Tell me, I pray thee, is there room in thy father's house for us to lodge in? And she said unto him, I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah, which she bare unto Nahor. And she said moreover unto him, We have both straw and provender enough, and room to lodge in. And the man bowed down his head and worshipped the Lord. And he said, Blessed be the Lord, power of my master Abraham, who have not left destitute my master of his mercy and his truth. I being in the way, the Lord led me to the house of my master's brother. And the damsel ran and told them of her mother's house these things. And Rebekah had a brother, and his name was Laban. And Laban ran out unto the man as well. Let's fast forward. And it came to pass. And he said, Come in. And the man came in the house, and he ungirded his camels, and gave straw and provender for the camels, and water to wash his feet, and the man's feet that were with him. And there was set meat before him to eat. I know I'm not reading, just bear with me. I mean, I know you know the story, but there's some that may not, you know. But he said, I will not eat until I have told my errand. And he said, speak on. And he said, I am Abraham's servant, and the Lord will have blessed my master greatly, and he is become great, and he have given him flock and herds and silver and gold, and men servants and maid servants and camels and asses. And Sarah, my master's wife, bare a son to my master when she was old, and unto him have he given all that he hath. Just like, let me turn this off. Yeah, ask me why it's even on. Okay, there we go. It's off. Okay, I was kind of lost my spot on where I was, but let me see where. And Sarah, my master's wife, bare a son to my master when she was old, and unto him hath he given all that he hath. And my master made me swear, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife to my son of the daughters of the Canaanites, in whom land I dwell. Okay, let's keep going. I don't even know how I went all the way up. It's all right. I'm trying to get to Rebecca and Isaac hooking up. Here we go. And they blessed Rebekah and said unto her, Thou art our sister. Be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them. And Rebekah arose and her damsels, and they rode upon the camels and followed the man. And the servant took Rebekah and went his way. Isaac marries Rebekah, and Isaac came from the way of the well, Roi, for he dwelt in the south country. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at the eventide, and he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel, for she has said unto the servant, What man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant has said, It is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah again, and she became his wife. This is remember, let's go back. For she had said unto the servant, What man is this that walketh? They just met in the field to meet us. And the servant has said, It is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. And the servant told Isaac all these things that he had done. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah. Let's see. lay hold of, seize. Here we go again. Acquire, buy, bring, marry. So sex is marriage. Take a wife, snatch, take away. Took her. A primitive root to take in the widest variety of applications, accept, bring, buy, carry away, draw, fetch, get, enfold, many, mingle, place, receiving, reserve, see, send for, take away, use, and win. And took Rebecca, and she became his wife through sex, through the act of sex. It wasn't no wait. I need to go to the Red Lobsters first. You know, I need to go to Red Lobsters first. You got to dime me. You got to wine and dime me. We got to get to know each other. We got to talk. We got to, let's hit the movies. Let's hit the clubs. Let's get drunk a couple of times. The whole act, man, that whole game, all that damn foolishness. It was none of that. And she became his wife. And the same thing with these men. A lot men are, these modern men, niggas is going off as well, just treating sex as if it's recreational. I mean, the women as well, but these men just hopping from one to the other. In that spirit of Benjamin that I read earlier, sharing women, man, just popping one, taking turns, that foul spirit, these niggas that ain't gonna stop that vile, abominable behavior ain't gonna make it into the kingdom, man. All this madness has to end. And she became his wife, and he loved her. And Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. It's beautiful. These scriptures are something else, man. This book is a manly book. It's a manly book, and you have to approach it as in a manly state of mind. If the spirit is dealing with you, this is the way of a man. This is again, like the scripture says, Yahweh Shem Yahweh is a man of war, man. And that's what we're learning to be again. We're learning to be in that same nature, the men of war. We're coming back to our true nature now, men of war, and not catering to these women's emotions. Because catering to these women's emotions, you find yourself going off. What you see as the world as an example, the whole world as an example, the world going off, man. Like the scripture says, the whole head is sick. They that lead thee to err, referring to these women, man. And a lot of men are falling off and going astray because of they following the ways of these women. We're going back to the manly, this world is going back to this manly nature. And it's going to be starting with a lot of bloodshed and a lot of wars, That's how it's going back. And before we get to that world of peace, the kingdom, again, that where women, 7 women who will take hold of one man. The scripture says a man shall be a hiding place. Let me see if I can find that. A man shall be a hiding place, man. Isaiah 32:2. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. See, a lot of righteous, a lot of young virgins, and women that have repented of their wickedness, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to lead them to a man of the Lord. You know? So this is showing you that all hell is about to take off. All hell is about to take place. You know, and again, like I said, always say that these strong, independent black women, you're going to get your opportunity to prove that you are. You know, now you're going to get the opportunity to step forward and represent. You're going to fail miserably. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in weary land. So, with that, hope you're edified. Till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.